What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here. I wanted to make this video because this is something that I was away from for like a month, right? Having played goals in their alpha, and that's one reason why of many that I'm so high on goals, right? They didn't do everything perfectly. In fact, I'll go through some things that FC26 it has done better in, or maybe goals will make those changes as they prepare for their beta and then full release, right? It was only their alpha, whereas EA Sports has had over 30 years to get to where they're at with this game. So it's not like goals did everything perfect, but one of the biggest things with their unique netcode is that you barely had to worry about any type of situation where the gameplay was inconsistent, right? Every game you went into, didn't even matter the ping, right? You would have great connection. Now, there were these few games where this little red bar would come up in the corner and they were calling it snapshots. Now, I have never heard that before. Maybe it's just a different term for something that I've gone through in other games. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more. But those games where you'd see that little red, whatever warning it was giving you, pop up, there were some delay issues there, and it could absolutely affect the game, but it was so few and far between and so much less than not only FC, but UFL and eFootball too. When you go into these games, especially FC among the rest, and we're talking about this because we're in the midst of champs, you don't know what you're going to get with the game, right? But there's a deeper issue than just the servers / I know in FC the out-of-date game engine has to do with a lot of the nonsense that goes on too. I don't know as much of the details on that. I've heard many creators, especially Inception, talk about it. But deeper than all that, right? That's all an EA Sports thing for sure, and we have a right to be upset with them without a doubt. But the player base, and without a doubt, EA Sports has cultivated this as well, right? So I'm not saying that they're, free of guilt for this too, but the players that make up the majority of this player base simply are not playing the game to play football, or not playing the game to compete, right? Whether they're playing to be trolls and literally their joy is ruining the game for other people. It's crazy to think about, but there's players like that. Or they're addicted to rewards, and so they have to get the best rewards, and to do that, they have to win in any way. That's where I believe you get those hackers from on the PC side, where, who would waste their time making their opponent not move? What would be the point? That would be the most boring thing in the world, making your opponent not move. You get the win, right? Clearly, you're not trying to climb the ranks for some top ranking, because you're never going to play your opponent anyway, right? It's not like you're going to get invited to tournaments or this or that. The only reason you would care about getting win after win after win is so you can get the best rewards. And even then, I don't see why it would matter if you're not not even good enough to play the game. Nick played one game against one of these hackers where he found out that if you pause and sub players, you can move the players that you sub into the game. So he played a hacker basically like 5-on-11 and was able to beat him 5-on-11, because that's how bad these players are when they actually have to play. Now, here's the crazy part. These guys are doing this for nothing, because on the console side, right, the hackers are too, even though they could hack every single game if they wanted. But on the console side, right, what would be equivalent to hackers, what would be the ratty players, the corner cutters, the glitchers, the whatever you want to call it, the no-skill players that tried to make up for their lack of skill instead of trying to get better at the game, trying to find ways to win regardless, even though they're terrible at football or they're not that good, whatever level. There's different levels to it, right? The difference is these players are also not going anywhere as far as getting better rewards, better rankings, and stuff like that. Okay, so the hackers on that side, they can do it every game. They're going to win a vast majority. Some players like Nick and them can can sub 5 players in and get a few wins, and maybe the hacker loses there. But a vast majority of the time, the hacker is going to get the win on the PC side. On the console side, you have these players that you would consider rats that play just terrible football. They're going to get wins when, let's say, there's terrible connection issues, right? When the gameplay is awful and it takes away from the skill in the game. But that's the only time they're going to get a win. When both teams are playing and you actually have good connection, these other players are going to lose. Not to mention, there are high-level players that can deal with these types of issues and still win. I'm not one of those players. Many of us aren't, a vast majority. So when you watch content creators, whether it's the top pros like Anders, Tex, these guys, or even Inception, Nick runs a full market, these constant 15-0 players and champs, they're on a different level. Now, it's also great for them that they're playing on insanely good connection. There's no doubt that helps, right? I've never seen single-digit ping in my life. But Nick gets it pretty much every game or a lot of games, and that no doubt helps. But even with or without it, he's a very skilled player. So whether that, obviously you can't ignore that is what I'm trying to say, but he's still a very skilled player, and that's great for him and those players that can deal with all this stuff. But for a vast majority of us, we're competing, we're putting time in, we just want to play football, and instead we go into these games, and many times we don't get football. We'll get a player that recognizes the situation with the connection with what's going on, and will put in his 75 rated Maradona with technical plus and just dribble around with him. Forget passing. Dribble around with the one player because the defender, he knows the opponent can't switch in time, can't tackle in time, right? And even though he's terrible, he'll be able to get 5, 6, 7, 8 goals like that, and you'll have to try to fight back and get 5, 6, 7 on the other end because, again, your opponent's not good. So even with your issues, you're able to do that, and it turns into this BS shootout where the final score is like 10-9, 12-11, something silly. You'll get the games where players recognize the same thing, but they just get the ball after parking the bus, sitting back, win the ball, spam through balls to their Holland or Sorloth or some big striker that in these bad connection games especially, all they have to do is run in a straight line. They tend to run through the defender. They'll go straight on goal and score, right? You'll get the same thing with players that constantly are going for tacklebacks. They recognize that the opponent isn't able to move quick enough, and so they'll make bad pass after bad pass, bad dribbling decisions, but they'll just keep running forward and continue getting the ball back until they're in a favorable position and go score goals that way. And you get games like this over and over and over again. And in between, when you do get good connection games, you destroy these types of players, right? And then if you get a good connection game in between against another player that actually wants to play football, then you can see, oh, that's why I still give this game a chance. Because EA Sports, underneath all the BS, did a pretty good job, right? So it keeps us playing, but a vast majority of the time, the game isn't fun, and there's a reason for it. And that's what, as much as you hear all the BS, I feel like players don't dig into that reasoning. You'll see Crassy reacting to all the terrible stuff going on in game. Inception, all these different players. Inception won't even stream this game, right? But they don't dig in past EA Sports. And as much as EA Sports is to blame, there is a lot that the players need to take accountability for too. The player base as a whole. All these players that refuse to just compete and play football, that try to abuse everything they can, they are a big part of the problem too. I always talk about this, and I'll end up talking about it in chat, and it ends up taking over the chat. And that's why I hate those videos, because the point of this is to showcase this evolutions to glory, creating a team without using the transfer market, without focusing on getting all the coins and going to buy a player, then buy a new player and a new player, keeping a team after you put them together, and evolving them essentially. There's going to be some replacements with SBCs, cards we packed from rewards, stuff like that. But all of these players you see, whether they're starters or on the bench, are going to be on the team a long time. So doing that can make the game a lot more fun, can make it more challenging, and that's what I want to focus this entire series on, right? But why I'm talking about what I'm talking about is because you go into these games and you play so many of these rats as a competitor, it just comes out. You get pissed at these players you're playing against, and a vast majority of you guys know where I'm coming from because you go through it too. You play against these players that I'm talking about. You go through these situations, right? But there is that small group that will want to say skill issue, that will want to say, oh, that player played normal, or that player was fine, and right, the game is fine, as if there's not hundreds of thousands of videos, not just this year, but every year, talking about what I'm talking about, as if the biggest creators in the world aren't talking about this stuff, even though they are very good players and can beat a lot of these opponents despite what they try to do. They still run into these issues to where it's worth them making videos and talking about it, right? You can go into any social media. You can go to the official socials for FC. You can go to Footbin. Randomly under every player, you'll be looking at player reviews, what players think, just to get a, just a snapshot of how that player does on the pitch. And sure enough, you'll see random comments about how bad the gameplay is, about how many rats there are taking advantage of this and that. It's not skill issue. It's not just picking on these poor players that I decided to call rats. And as always, I put my money where my mouth is. I don't have to because I know I'm speaking facts. I could leave it at that. But I'll put my money where my mouth is and say, look, if this player is truly skilled, then surely a player like me who's been gone for 2 months, right, who's hasn't played Rivals, so I haven't gone anywhere, right? I'm stuck. And, based on, in that time I'm stuck. And then since then I've been playing and I'm moving up. But then Champs, I haven't had time to keep sharpening my skills in Champs and stuff. And yet, when I tell these other players, look, I'll offer you, I went all the way up to $1,000. I'm on live right now. You can see I'm on live. And then when I play these players, sure enough, they'll come on live, or they'll see that I'm live, whether they comment or just are there. And then I'll say, send me a screenshot. Prove me wrong that you're not a low skill and therefore low level player. Because if you played like that and that was skill and you could do that every game, you would at the very least be higher than me. Right? When you can do what you just did and you want to say that was skill and not ratty crap, that was unstoppable, right? To where they'll win the game 4, 5, 6-1, or 6-3 or 4Bs are so bad at defense I'm able to still score, but it's impossible to keep up with as much as they score. So it's like if you could do that every game, at the very least you would be where I'm at. I mean, I'm not far at all. I haven't played for 2 months. I haven't even finished like my points for this week, right? But every single time, I'm right about them. They're always lower players, lower division, lower rank. They always have bad records. And that just would not be the case. Okay? So when I'm offering this money, I hope one day I lose it. I hope one day one of these players that I'm calling out sends me a screenshot and they're in at least a higher division than me, but maybe Division 1, Elite Division, and they're doing well. But that hasn't been the case yet. And you look at all the different ratty players I've called out, the fact that not one of them doing what they do in these games have been in a higher rank or higher division. What does that tell you, right? Because that's one of many of these players. It tells you that EA Sports has a game that's broken at its core. The fact that these players that don't have skill, that aren't doing well overall, can find these pockets of games and get the result based on all the crap outside of the actual football, that is an issue. And that's where players get frustrated, and that's where the rant videos come from, and that's where what I'm talking about comes from. So yes, EA Sports is at fault big time, and they need to look at all these things and give us a game where no matter what, when you see a score in FC, you know, okay, the better player won, or maybe the other player was the better player, but he missed chances. That was his fault, right? There's an explanation. You can't look at these crazy scores in this game and know every game is so different because of the inconsistent gameplay, right? That it makes it almost pointless. We keep playing as content creators because, right, we can make money. Now, a lot of other ones make big money. Me, I make enough to make it worthwhile, for sure. I have mouths to feed, right? If I'm going to be a gamer, I've been a gamer my whole life, I might as well make a little money on it. Which is why it makes me absolutely sick that there's players that aren't playing to make any money, which is fine, by the way, if you were just playing for the love of the game. But then they're not playing for the love of the game either because they don't even play the game within the parameters of the mechanics of football. They play in whatever way will help them get the easiest win. If they're on the PC side, they would be the hackers making their opponent not move. They're doing what they can on the console side to get that same outcome. It's pathetic, right? And so even though EA Sports needs to make it to the where those players can't abuse these things, and I hope that's where Goals learns their lesson. I have a video coming out about that. It's one of the biggest things they need to focus on from now until their beta release, is making Goals a game where no matter how ratty you want to play, you cannot come into the game and abuse mechanics enough to find success, right? I feel like they made that. They did some things good, for instance, the anti-time wasting. The fact that they thought about that right off the bat. The fact that they made stoppage time equal with their system similar to the anti-time wasting with the line that closes down, taking stoppage time out of it, even though it's not a ratty thing. It's just they thought about ways to make the game more fair. Interceptions, sticking to the defender's foot, not bouncing off. They were thinking about these things, which is extremely promising, but there's more. Right, there's more things that Goals has to look into. They have to play the game not as a regular footballer and be happy with what they're doing, creating the game. They have to play their game as a complete rat. Whatever can be abused will be abused on and off the pitch, and that's how they have to make their game, by rat-proofing it. If EA Sports took this approach, especially with all the money and power they have, then they could be back on the right track. Now, they still have to do something with the play styles and all this BS, right, that takes away from the football on the pitch because of play style. You can't play a player that doesn't have this play style, or this player won't move correctly, or this player's too heavy because the gameplay sucks so bad, so you got to get a women's player, right? They got to get rid of all that too, but all the stuff that these rats do is the most frustrating. So you're still going to get mad at these players, even though EA Sports is the one who needs to remove this stuff so these rats can abuse it. You still can get mad at them for playing like that. So I'll end it by saying this, right? If me and a bunch of buddies, right? So shout out to FB2405, shout out to Antoine. Let's say that me, FB2405, right, and Antoine, as well as, let's say, Boomfa and Phil, guys you know, or even Corb, who is a big Goals player, very good Goals player, one of the best in the world, very helpful player. Let's say we all played a tournament in FC. You would see FC at its best. Maybe not the most skilled, because we're all of different skill levels. So I'm not saying we're all going to be Anders Vergang and Nicholas Bonanno and Levy DeWeed, but you're going to see FC at its best because you're going to see actual football being played. You're going to see skill moves when skill moves can be helpful. You're going to see proper defending. You're going to see proper build-up. Even with mistakes, you can see where the game's excellent and fun. And then, if a player or two or three starts having connection issues and they can't move as well, yes, they're going to be unfortunately punished. That's the downside of the outdated servers and game engine and all that. They're going to be punished. We had it happen in eFootball with our boy Boomfa, who's from New Zealand. The opponent can't do anything about the connection, but what you won't see is a player go, oh, Antoine can't move. I can tell he's having problems because he's on the other side of the world, whatever the situation is with the servers. We don't know why, but we just know that Antoine is clearly delayed when he passes, shoots, moves. So I'm just going to pass it to my technical plus winger, Javi, and just dribble with her. I'm not even going to play a pass. I suck at passing. He'll intercept it. I'll just dribble with her. He's so delayed he can't win a tackle. Even if he does, I'll tackle it right back and go beat him that way. You're not going to see that rat crap. You're not going to see, oh, look at this. He can't switch his defenders in time. Look, I'm just going to sit back, park the bus, right? Let my AI win the ball. Then I'm going to spam through balls to a player lock striker because he can't switch his defenders. So you skip the whole build up. It just becomes win the ball, through ball, win the ball, through ball. And you're only doing that because you know that your opponent can't react. You're not going to see any of that if we all play in a tournament amongst friends, whether it's for money, we can make a $100 wager, or we could play for free, and you're still going to see FC played for the right reasons, right? That would happen because we would all play and we know each other, and right, we would call each other out on the BS right away. But unfortunately, when you take that type of scenario away, you're playing all these strangers, and no matter the fact that they're sitting wherever they're sitting, playing for nothing but fun, right? They get nothing out of this, right? The ratty players can't sustain the way they play because not every game, it's so inconsistent. We all know this. Every game changes. So they're sitting there playing with no skill, where you know that when they get games with okay or even good connection, they're screwed. But when they get games where their opponent can't move, and unfortunately it's games where you're the victim of that, they're going to do this BS and get wins. That's pointless. They're doing this for nothing. So EA Sports needs to recognize that. These players have nothing to gain. It's not like they rise to the top, or they have nothing to gain. It's just apparently they don't want to just they want to win at something so bad they'll circumvent playing the actual sport to get a win. So the reason why this game is in the place that it's in, the reason why you see all these negative videos, the reason why many of my videos this topic takes over, is because you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You see where this game has its bright moments, and you know that EA Sports has definitely dropped the ball major. But even if they dropped the ball in the same way, but we had all players that truly wanted to compete and try to play football and become the best footballers, and we could have great games. The game I lost earlier on stream, which I ended up getting rid of because I don't want the focus to become about what I'm talking about. I'm trying to address it now, and I'm going to try to nip it in the bud later. It's just so, I'm telling you guys why it's so hard, because there's so many of these ratty players. So even though EA Sports needs to do so much and should be the ones getting rid of this stuff so players can't abuse it, it still is the most frustrating thing in the world when you play these players that you know they're getting nothing out of this. They're not climbing to the top of the ranks. They're not getting some insane rewards or money. It's not like, oh, I got to win to climb the ranks so I can create content. These are just players sitting wherever they're at around the world, where they're from, at their house, apartment, whatever, mom's basement, doesn't matter, and ruining a game for no reason at all. That's the most frustrating part. So as we move forward in this champs, that's where this stuff comes out the worst, because everyone's got to get the highest rank and they can't just play football, right? And that's what's always, until EA Sports can recognize what I'm saying, that's always going to hold this game back. What's up, Simple? Can you please give me feedback on this Evo? Mazda, quick step, read and react, new boots. Let me check it out after this game. FB2405, I'll check it out. My fault if I took too long and you didn't have time to wait, but I had to get that off my chest because I don't want to turn all these Evolution to Glory videos, or really any of my videos, into this rat chasing. I don't want to be like, no, I'm just pointing out that this is a major issue in the game. And in FC in particular, with all the players out there and all the players that try to abuse anything and everything, especially with the inconsistent gameplay, it's so frustrating, because this game does have a lot of good things in it, dude. This game has a lot of good, when you can actually play and move, this game has some beautiful stuff. the ability to play very good football. For certain. Oh, I thought he was going to control that and push it by. Oh. Good stuff, Khan. Great run. Great try. You're in. I clipped it. I was going to say I chipped it and it didn't let me do it. All right, let's keep working, boys. It would have been a chip goal anyways. Havertz, guys, is in the middle of his Evo. That's who I decided to Evo. So FB2405, if you can wait till after this game, we'll go over it. But this Havertz card, if you go check out that 89 premium one, which again, that's against the rules. I couldn't go buy them because I don't have 500K to buy the premium. Can't use the transfer market, can't put in real money. So yeah, it sucks that kind of, I guess you could say that they made that player that I've been Evoing the whole year to try to make a beast. But based on this Evo to Glory, I couldn't use him anyway, so now I can use him, which is great. At 6'4", he's just a monster. And he can play Cam. He can play Cam as well as striker. Cam, CM, and striker. Great ball. Flick it in. Yes! Yes! What the hell? What is this, guys? What am I watching? See what the game does, though, with this goofy shit? What am I watching half the time? God, it's just the goofiest shit ever most of the time. It's insane. These are the games where I got to sub out Havertz. I'm putting Pena in there. I have Marie Jose. I'm putting Pena in there. This player pisses me off, dude. I got to watch the tackle backs. I got to watch the goofy stuff. You try to be kind about it, but, dude, watch how he plays. Watch the different football. It's constant tackle backs. It's constant just dog shit. And then look at the goofy little animations when the gameplay's not... What's going on with the players falling over, the glitchiness? Like, EA Sports needs to update their game engine. They need to fix this stuff. Because the game will have those good pockets and then just all the bullshit. Bro, you see what I'm saying? You see what he's going for? He's trying to just run into me. Yeah, I'll do the same thing to you, buddy. We'll turn this into a shit show. And then I couldn't even play the through ball. Look what he's going for. Look what this loser goes for right off the bat. So now I'll do that too. Here you go. We can do that. Sure, I'll do that with you. Look, I can't even play it, guys. I can't even play it. I got to play it 6 seconds ahead. There we go. There's Claudia's broken ass. Oh, you got me that one. Yeah, we'll turn it into a through ball fest, sure. Now, I will say, in games with the terrible connection, that is like what you have to do because your player movement's so jacked up. There you go. There you go. How's that? How do you like that? You guys see the dog shit though, right? Yeah, Eldens. Dude, that Rocket League's tough, bro. I don't know if enough people want to watch it, but that Rocket League, if you guys want to check out that video, my son's a beast at it, bro. He's the one who showed me, like, okay, wow, this isn't just some goofy game. There's a lot of skill. That game was fun. And I don't think you can exploit anything. I don't think you can exploit anything, by the way. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this game, guys. What is this dog shit? Look at these losers, bro. Look at these losers. Do you realize how he got that goal? And I recognize mine's that bad too, but it's just loser bullshit. Every single time, dude. Imagine wasting your time being this dog shit. Go ahead and eat some breakfast. Then we'll roll. They were watching that, I got some comments on people watching that Rocket League video yesterday. Look at this.
I need to take
It's all delay. Of what?
Of my camera settings on my main account. To put it on yours.
Gotcha. Just another bullshit game. Yeah, Rocket League, yeah. What do you guys think? Should I start covering that more? Because I have a great coach. Let's see if we can get through this dog shit game. It's losers like this that are the problem. So far, everything he's done, I'm gonna go with the 9. I'm gonna go with more pressure on him. Since I can't move on the back, see if that will help. Let's put... We'll go 91. Pressure. We got Pena up top. Couldn't even play Havertz. And trust me, my goals have been dog shit too. But at least I'm trying to play. I didn't make him foul me. I didn't make him dribble into me. I'm not going for any tackle backs. Notice the difference. That's the other thing. I think players miss that. Nobody's natural movement is kick a ball at someone and run into them. That's what these losers do. I mean, I can start doing that, and you're about to start seeing it. Ellen said, what's up? Say what's up.
What's up?
Alright. Let's see if we can pressure this dude and turn this into a shit show. See what I'm saying? The shit show that it is. Great ball. Good, Dante. Good D. Oh my God, you're in.
Goal.
Yes! And that should be a red. That's a red card, right? I was going to low driven it into the corner. Oh, good D. See, that was good. That was a good read. I love, like, I'll commend that all day long, bro. Oh, check 2. Good. You're in. Oh my God, luckiest little bitch I've ever seen. Offside, see you, bitch. Look at this movement. Look at this movement. Yes! There it is! The broken, low driven. That's what I was going to do on that PK. Now, I want to tell you how I started changing. It's not over yet, because the bounce backs are real. But I want to tell you what I had to do to change my fate in these games where I can't fucking move like that. See, I win the ball back and I have to do it twice. So what I did was push my pressure. This is why you guys see me with this line on the extreme on 91. I put my pressure on all the way up because when I'm trying to pass and move with this type of delay, all he does, no matter what, with all of his terrible decisions, is run back into me. Okay? And it's what's led to his goals and actually helped lead to my goals because he makes terrible decisions. So now, I just put the pressure all the way up. That way, now I'm pressuring him, but also, when he does try to go into me, like run into me, and I have players right back doing the same thing. Not dropping back into position. They're going right for the ball. And then look at this. Look how he scores there. It's such a joke. I should just start passing around the back, boys. I should just start passing around the back against a player like this. And then he saves that. And then look how he scores when I can't move off of a pause. I wonder if that was by mistake or not. Oh my God, then it plays to the wrong player. Dude, you can't make this shit up, boys. Look at this. You can't make this shit up. These losers are real, bro. These losers are real. These losers are real. Look at this. I can't move, guys. I cannot move. Look at this. Look at this. I can't move. Why play this game? Why play this game? I'm up 4-2. He pauses. Now look. I can't move. This is not a joke. I'm not making this up. Look at it. Look at this. You can't make this shit up. Guys, what do you think? This is a coincidence? Look how he scored since then. Look at this. I can't even pass to my right players. You can't make this shit up. Look how bad he's been playing. Look at how he's scoring. Look what he's doing. I can't switch my players. I can't do anything right. I can just hope he's so bad. Oh my God, look at this. I was up 4-2 and I can't move. I can't move. Look how bad he was. Look how he's playing. He's doing the same thing over and over. I can't do anything. I can't get the ball out. Look at this. Fucking loser, bro. No, not... I don't even think it's script. Watch this. Hey, you just proved my exact point on why this game's so broken, which is perfect. But besides being a total loser that would waste your time glitching out at a game, to prove my point, I'm offering you $1,000. Here's how a loser like you wins $1,000, which we know you need it, because no winner in life wastes their time being bad at a game to get wins like this. Like, you're terrible. Show your level. Show you do this every game. If you send a screenshot that proves me wrong, right, and you can see the level I play at, go onto YouTube, OGamester FC. If you look at my level and you're higher than me, you get $1,000.
You're betting $1,000?
Yep, $1,000, because I can tell how bad he is. He's a complete and utter loser, bro. A complete and utter loser. A complete and utter loser, bro. Period. Look at this. Complete and utter loser. Let's see what he showed. Let's see what he sent. What does that show? Your level, you idiot. This moron sent a clip. I'm saying send a clip or a screenshot of your division, because I know you're a trash division player. If you could do this every game, you would be a high division player. You're a rat loser that relies on abusing the connection, abusing whatever you can to win. You have zero skill. I am saying $1,000 if you prove me wrong. I guarantee you're a low division loser that wastes your time going nowhere in this game, wasting everyone else's time because some people actually want to play football. And no one can stand losers like you. $1,000, the true loser, because you never win anything in champs anyway or divisions. You never go anywhere because you can't do this every single game. You are a loser. Look, he's only sending this game. See what I'm saying? I told you, bro, Eldon's, every time I'm telling you. I could not move. I could not switch my player. You can see where it switches. You can see where it switches. And notice he can't send. Guys, I'm telling you, you can do this every game. These losers can't stand that they're dog shit. And if they could do this every game, they would be in the higher divisions. Notice that they're never in the higher divisions. Notice that he can't win $1,000 because he's a low division loser. He was getting his ass kicked. And then, bro, I literally, like, my son doesn't play FC anymore. He could have came in and beat me. I literally could not move, could not change my player. And I still went down and got a couple chances. But when you can't shoot in time, so if you're not a low division loser and you don't get terrible champs ranks, prove it. Send the screenshot and you get $1,000, but you won't send a screenshot because you're just a rat. You don't win. You'll do this a couple of games against players where you can get a win like this game. And then other than that, you get crap ranks and you're in crap division, all while doing it for nothing like a loser. Prove me wrong, $1,000. Let's see what he sends, guys. I always offer it. I had the game in hand. And remember, all this afterwards was when I stopped playing. I had the game in hand. And the loser, right, does what he does. That's what you get every single game. But I'm not a Nick Runs a Foot Market or a Inception, a 15-0 player, or one of these pro players, and neither are any of you guys. So when we play these losers, we can't win despite it. It's the same with the Indominator and these top players that are winning despite smart assist. Congrats to them, but a lot of players, a vast majority, right? That's like the 1%ers that can do it. A vast majority, when they're in games against smart assists, are going to lose because maybe they would win without it, but when players have the help of the AI over there, so you're forced to either use the AI over there or you're going to lose. And that's not fun either way. That's why eFootball's a joke. In FC, it's similar with these rat losers, right? They are glitch master. Whatever shortcut they can abuse, they'll abuse. Running into you over and over. Notice the pause and then the comeback. The same thing happened. Remember that Rivals game? I know some of you guys were in here. Paused it, came back. He passed it and tied it off of the kickoff. Remember that? Same rat loser bullshit. I was up and I started following him because I know what he's going to do. He wanted to pause it, come back, and notice what this player does. He pauses it, comes back, runs through, scores. I couldn't even switch my player up. Oh, that's not a glitch, guys. That's not a glitch. These are rat losers. Notice I'm not getting the screenshot. No screenshot. He sent me a screenshot of our game. Funny how that works. Funny how that works. So he knows how to send a screenshot. Look, I'll show you guys. The rat loser. Look at this. The rat loser sent us a screenshot of our game. Look. Sent us a video clip and a screenshot of our game. Rat loser. How many of these games are going to happen? Who knows? But this is the stuff, because a player like Nick and Crassi and them can win these games, right? That's great for them. But it doesn't change the fact that a vast majority of people are going through this exact shit. Why all of a sudden does this happen where you can't move? If you're saying it's totally on EA Sports, then obviously that's a joke and it makes the game a point. And if you're saying if it's these players doing it, well, you know they're not going to go anywhere. Look how pathetic they are to waste their time doing this. Look how pathetic the hackers on the PC side are. Why do they always pause? Why do they come back on free kicks and score in that same way? That's supposed to be a coincidence? Why does every time they go down like that, they can just walk right back into the game? Complete losers. Yep. So senior division. Loser, you just matched my evolutions to glory and showed that you're wasting your time to do that. Do you realize how big of a joke that is? Why would you even waste your time? He's admitting it. I want him to send it. Send your actual division, loser, so I can show the chat. Because I'm right about you losers every single time. So what's the point in ruining a game? Like, how is your life so bad that you want to do this for fun? That's a joke. I'll show you guys what he's saying. It's everything you would think from a rat. I don't even play this game. This makes my day. This makes my day. So EA Sports, right? These are the losers you have playing your game. And to all you people who are like, oh, why are you mad at him? Because he knew exactly what he was doing, and he's saying it. I don't even play this game. And yeah, exactly, bro. So why come in and his whole point is to like troll, to make people mad or whatever. If you're doing that, you are a total loser, bro. How does that help you? Exactly. Oh shit, I'm reading. I'm not even paying attention. But see how I could actually defend there, but then to watch it change. So I don't know if he went to, I don't know what he did exactly. If he went to, if he went to his hotspot. I heard that's the thing they do. I don't know, but bro, there's no way that's a coincidence. That's like the third time it's happened. It's not just a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? It's not just a coincidence. Here. Loser. You do not even get a good rank after doing this. That trash works maybe a few games. Yet look at you. I am live. Now he's talking about player locking. What else are you going to do when you're lag switching, you fucking loser, or whatever the equivalent of it is on console, whatever he was doing. I think he just switched to like a hotspot. Or he uses that anyways. Notice that I was right at halftime. I made the switch, started whooping his ass. Because all he was trying to go for is... Look at the hours. To not play. Like his enjoyment was what you just saw. So that's what EA Sports has. A bunch of losers like this. Not this guy I'm playing. This guy I'm talking to. Notice I'm right every single time. Notice I'm right every single time. Notice I'm right. This record don't mean shit, bro. This is my Evos to glory. This is the team I have after leaving for 2 months. What matters is the fact that these losers have been on here playing the game. We'll look at the hours after. and still go nowhere playing like total rat losers. Still have accomplished nothing. You can see everything I've accomplished throughout my entire time. I just was gone playing goals alpha for a month. Before that, I was at UFL. So gone for 2 months and just came back matching these losers, which already is a sign how bad they are right there. So you're talking hundreds of hours, and they're not getting high ranks from it. They would be higher. So think how bad it is that these fucking idiots, and this dude could be doing it too, but he's just not a loser. This dude could be doing all the bullshit these other losers do. I think this is him right here, this EPR22. But you, and I could be wrong, this could be a different person, EPR22, but either way, I'll show you the dude's screen name in our conversation in a second. Tell me where I'm wrong about it. These losers who waste their life and their time, oh, I don't even play this game like that, like, they wake up on a Saturday and go, let's go ruin a game for players. Let's go ruin a game for players. Right? Think about that. They see that not playing with skill gets them nowhere. They see that ratting and not using skill doesn't get them anywhere, yet they still do it every week. Oh, I know it's buns, bro. But I want it to get better. And hopefully Goals learns from like these types of players. You have to create these games thinking about losers like whatever. Let's see what this guy's name is. It's always something goofy. ISO Godrod. Bro, you're wasting your time to not even play football. You're wasting your time to glitch through knowing that you suck, because look at your rank in division every single week. So clearly you know it doesn't work. So then you go in, play like a total rat to get terrible rank in division. I just am the sorry sucker that lost to you this week. Next week it will be another couple of people. And all the while, you get nothing from it. Loser, it is live. Everybody seeing you are a rat loser. Losing 4-2. Notice how I can move. Like, notice the difference. You see what I'm saying? This dude's dribbling in all the same ways. But notice how I can move. Notice how last game. What loser? Do you think magically I was destroying you and then you paused the game and then came back? What do you think Yamal did something special? You played a free kick and then dribbled straight forward and shot with no defenders being able to switch. Loser, go look at the highlights of your goals and then look at the defense. You are the worst player. Why do you think I put $1,000 and I would pay you? I would pay you. How do you think I knew how bad you were, bro? You beat me, right? And I started the year playing in all the FC Pro ladder and all that stuff. And now, after 2 months being gone, we match up and you beat me. You don't just forget everything in 2 weeks or 2 months. Said that wrong, but whatever. So he would be in some type of a you know what I mean? He would at least be Division 3. The dude's a Division 6 player playing like that, bro. How the fuck could you be that bad and still be doing that shit? Clearly, it's not working for you. Dude, he's a Division 6 player. So I want you to slow down and think about this. I'm playing Division 3 players right now after 2 months out. You saw the team I started with. I've been evoing them, right? And still, you see where I'm at. And this loser is in Division 6 doing this shit as if he didn't learn yet. You see my point. So it's not like he doesn't realize, even if he was like, I just got to win, I want to get a higher rank, and maybe that overcame him, and so that's why he glitches out and tries to abuse everything, whatever word you call it. But being a Division 6 loser while doing that is insanity, bro. At that point, why wouldn't you just play good football? Nah, I need to work on my aim there. Dude, 1000%. And it's like every player experiences it. And then I know some people don't have the balls to talk about it probably because they don't want to call, you know what I mean? They want to be PG or they're worried. But I'm speaking like that's why I actually named the video that before I even knew how these games were going to go. Like repping the struggle, because this is what the majority of players go through. The majority of us aren't at a level like these top 1% or even 5% players that we can that all literally can play and make money on this game. Meaning like Nick and all the players that are at that level are making great money on this game. This is all they do, bro. Right? A lot of hours. Even the non-pros, I'm talking those top content guys. This is their living. Right? I'm not at that level. And I'm representing for those players like you guys. We get this shit. We get these losers like I just played, where we obviously are better. No one's going to watch that game and say, oh, your opponent was better. You see what I mean? No one's going to watch that game and say, oh, that dude was great. But they get the results because they're willing to waste their lives playing like total fucking losers. What in the fuck is this? I mean, look at the type of goals that happen in those games. It's always the same. It's this special type of loser. And every single time, the one thing you notice is they're always still in shit divisions. Division 6, Division 7, Division 5. Because you can only do that when the connection is totally awful. So they sit there and gamble. Now, I'm not a rat loser. Like, I can't tell you exactly. But why do you guys think I'm right every time? That's a lot of divisions. He could easily be Division 2, Division 1. I've been gone for 2 months, guys. These guys could be making me look like absolute fools if I was wrong. Sending like they could be easily Division 2, Division 1. They're beating me if I'm in Division 3. How do you guys think I know it every time? If I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass. Or if I'm just, you get what I'm saying? I'm talking to the very small group of idiots that will say, oh, skill issue, or oh, that's just, you're just yapping shit because you got beat. Okay, then why are every single one of these players low division? And how do I always know it? Why am I always not even, it's never even just one division, it's like multiple divisions higher. You see what I'm saying? Danny, I know the play styles are terrible. Have you ate breakfast yet? Why don't you go grab some and then we'll roll.
I have to play this admin abuse real fast.
Okay. Well, take your time. No rush. I'll just. Yeah, that's where goals is coming in for sure. Now, FC does have some good parts to it, bro. Some good components. But all this bullshit, and a lot of it stems off of the inconsistent gameplay because of their servers and their outdated game engine, right? But nobody likes putting up with that pathetic shit. Like, that last game wasn't even a game, bro. Win or lose, let's play football, actually. If you notice at the beginning, I always try to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt. If you go all the way to the beginning of that game, right? I'm trying to, like, okay, let's play football. Similar to the last game I lost to the guy in draft. It was a great game. I ended up losing 6-5. I think it was well, that was earlier. But I hate when these games get taken over by this shit. But it's so obvious when this shit happens, bro. Every single time. It's like clockwork. Oh, you go up 3-2, 4-2. The loser presses pause. They come back. Now you cannot move. You can't move. You can't move. The free kicks, they end up coming back off the pause. You're frozen with the player you're already on. As if that's not on purpose. I can't switch to go mark it. They run up and they score. And then you're just stuck. Notice that what he did after that. The next 3 goals, I couldn't even center the ball off after he scored. He got the ball basically off a kickoff and came down and scored 3 goals in a row. You know what I mean? Now, clearly, that's a waste of time for that loser, obviously. Like, what did you prove by doing that? Nothing. You're still dog shit. And you're still going to get a terrible rank in division to prove my point. But unfortunately, losers like that exist, and they're going to keep wasting their time, which in turn wastes our time, which in turn makes this game stupid. Because as competitors, it's like, what's the point? If you're losing to losers like that you would smoke any other time, why would you all of a sudden, like, you know what I mean? They're going to ruin the whole thing then. If losers like that can get wins off you, it makes it pointless. So the very last thing I'll say about it is why I say loser. Well, what do you call that, a winner? Oh, these winners that are in Division 6. These winners that can't win with regular football. These winners that find shortcuts and abuse them. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't even go together. These are like this ISO God Rod, absolute loser. Let's see the exact amount of time this piece of trash has wasted on ruining the game for other people. Four of these pieces of shit. That's always what determines it. If you guys look at go back to my last Evolutions to Glory, I did 1 champs with that Evolution squad, and I got rank 3. Sorry, yeah, rank 3. I got rank 3, and that was my best I had gotten even outside of Evolutions to Glory to that point. Now, that Evolutions team was pretty well up to date at the time. Like, they weren't as far behind the power curve as when I came back after 2 months. But what determined that great weekend? I had a couple close games where I won, where the opponent wasn't a piece of shit, though. There was just good games. But other than that, I promise you those couple close wins, if you go back, were tougher opponents, were way better opponents than the 3 losers I lost to. Right? That's the difference between a 15-0, right? A 14-1, a 13-2, a 12-3, 11, and you get what I'm saying? Is these losers. It's not like you're playing these skilled players that are just, holy shit, that kid was good, dude. You're playing low division, so you're clearly way better than them. Low ranked players that are getting terrible. You're just unfortunately losing to these idiots that never do better than you, but you're just the unfortunate sucker in that game that got screwed over by their bullshit. Does that make sense? Terrible rank. You still can't. Let's check this guy. Let's check this. Nick doesn't know who you are. All right, here, let's try to get him to send your division so I can show. And why can't you do better than me? ISO God Rod. Look at this. Look at this. Complete rat loser. See you later. Look at this. It's so pathetic. He literally was not lying. He literally said that's what he comes into the game like. Literally comes in and wastes his days to glitch out in FC. So that means he's just coming in champs to get rank 6, 7, 8, whatever it is, and then rolling out. And this game is such trash that players are able to do that. Meanwhile, I can go play an opponent that's actually competing in the higher divisions and actually have a football game and beat them. Let's see what he says here. And your rank will still be terrible. Look at your division, bro. I've only been back for a couple days. Me too, dipshit. Me too, loser, but that doesn't mean that you come back and just don't play football. You know what football is. You just decide to be a total loser and waste your time. That's on you. Why do you think you're so bad? I've played literally a couple days with an Evos to Glory squad, and look at my division, bro. Look where I play because I actually play football. I'm not a loser like you. I don't waste my time. You're using your lower hours played and coming in only for champs and this and that. You're using that as a reason to be able to come in and be a rat loser, and it's a joke. Still won't send it, dude. So if he says he's Division 6 and he won't send the screenshot, bro, I bet you the dude's like Division 8. Right? I'm going to get this screenshot somehow. Enjoy wasting your time. What rank? Let's give him a good bet. Hey, I will tell you this. If you get rank 4 or higher, $500 to you. Rank 4 or higher, send me the screenshot with your ISO God Rod PSN. Rank 4 or higher, playing like a complete rat loser. You show me that you can do that, which would be really sad for this game, but there you go. You have another chance to win some money. You could use it, we could tell. Nobody who's winning at all would waste their time coming in on the weekend to ruin a game, bro. That's strictly... You've never been successful at all, and yet you're still doing this trash. So, congrats. So, if somebody can make that make sense, please let me know. Division 6 player, wouldn't say his rank, but I'm sure it's awful. I wouldn't say like what he gets in champs. But if you're Division 6 and then you play like that where you can get those wins in champs, right? That just shows you how bad this game is, bro. Look at even just in a few days of me coming back, I climbed from Division 4 to 3, and then so when I left I was already in a higher division. So for him to be that low, I mean, bro, that's awful. Oh, nice interception. I know what you want. Oh, that would have been... That was crazy. That was like 3 or 4 one-touches. Yeah, that says a lot of bad about EA Sports, but also these losers wasting their time for sure. Without a doubt. It's not even football. Look at this. He would have been on the receiving end of that, but dude, that would have been a joke. Just running into each other until we score, you know. No way, dude. God, I can't keep losing to these shit players. Not Rat. I'm not saying that. Shit player, though. We'll get her back. We'll get her back. How in the... Dude, what is up with this dog shit, bro? You guys... The kicking the ball against each other shit is ridiculous. How does this even occur? It's crazy, isn't it? Look at that. What the hell is that? You can't make this shit up. Look at this. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Try for something cool. He hasn't had the ball down the whole time then. Look, I couldn't even get a shot off. Couldn't even get a shot off. On a full breakaway, couldn't even get a shot off. You guys see the difference, bro. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'll let you see the stats on this one at the end. We'll try our Marie Jose. We'll go to the old 100 pressure. I mean, dude. There we go again with this shit. Oh my god, look at the delay! Oh, fucking, oh my god, yeah. Look at the delay, dude. What am I supposed to do, guys? I'm destroying him and I can't do anything. I'm destroying him and I can't do anything. I couldn't even get the kickoff off. I couldn't even get the kickoff going. Every one of these players is dog shit. I can prove it again here. Look at this. Look at the movement. It's just all delay. If I played like this, I couldn't win a game in Rivals. Look at this. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. It's pointless. I can't shoot the ball. I can't do anything. I mean, what else can I do besides get those breakaways that I've been getting? What else can I do to stay in these games? This game is toast. This is what everyone's been talking about. Look at this. He's dribbling into me. Look, I can't do anything. I'll prove it to you guys again. I can ask any one of these guys. We're playing absolute... Watch this. Hey, buddy, I'm live right now. I'm trying to show how messed up this game is. So, I'm no offense, but I was going to say, if you're skilled, you would obviously be in a good division. Do you want to send a screenshot of your division? Let's call it a couple hundred. Let's call it $200.
Stop betting money.
He's not going to get it. None of them have ever won, because I'm telling. I'm not saying you definitely aren't a rap player by any means, but you definitely are a lower division player, which is cool. But I'm trying to prove how messed up the delay in this game makes it. So how can I say this? I'm trying to be nice about it. I know that you won't just send me a screenshot showing that you're not a very good player without having an incentive. So if I'm wrong and you're, let's say, above Division 3, I'll give you $200. And then look at my games against these other players. You cannot do anything when you can't move. I can't even shoot an open breakaway. It makes it absolute pointless to play. And it's always against these dog shit players, bro. I just watched a video on this with 2 videos. Watch this. Hey, the beauty of this is look at my YouTube. Look at my division. And then say LOL after that. Look at my division. That's trash. That is trash. I've been gone for 2 months. 2 months. And look where I'm at right now. I'm going to send you a screenshot. That's 2 months. You can watch my content. I've been over at the Goals Alpha. Go look where I was at when I left 2 months ago. I wasn't trying to be mean, and I'm still not, but I'm taking that LOL as if you thought that was a good game, bro. You can't see on breakaways when a player isn't getting a shot. Why do you think I'm on a clear breakaway and not shooting? Yeah, exactly. So that's a total loser statement then. You said only play champs, but then how? Bro, that makes no sense. Let's look at the hours that you've played, dude. Let's look at the hours. Let's look at these hours. 120. That's more than the last guy. Barely, though. It's such a joke. How do you... Guys, you're seeing me go in and play against way better players in this. So what the fuck is it? Oh, it's your connection. Okay, well then why is everybody else talking about it? I've played every other football game while I'm streaming. Never had this problem. I've tried to play FC while streaming. While not streaming, it's FC. It is this game. There's tons of people who make it's FC. It is this game. There's tons of people who make videos about it. This is the only question I want to ask. I'm not trying to like make it into, but here's my question. Like when players like you play this game and you don't do very good, like, okay, let's say champs, you're going to get ranked 4 or 5. Guaranteed by looking at you at best. Okay. And then I'll get around there too. But the point is that you spend 120 hours to do that. Why against you trash players does this stuff always happen? Do you have any answer? Do you understand why? Because I play better players all the time. Of course, anybody's going to wonder, okay, what could these players be doing? Because when you play other way better players, it's actually fun, win or lose, and you're playing football. But when you play against you guys, it's pointless. You guys don't play football, and you can't move. There's got to be a connection there. And I know there's tons of people that want to know this, bro. Why? What is the difference there? You can play great players and maybe win, maybe lose, or great players for your level, right? But then you go and play these cocksuckers, and it's terrible. They can't play football to save their lives. There's bounce backs every game, or every possession. There's just kicking the ball off each other, and then you end up losing. You can't even shoot on a breakaway. I'm on a full breakaway. You guys realize these are the same strikers I've used every single game. There's no movement in the midfield, so the only thing you can do is player lock to send a through ball. And then when you get through, you can't even shoot a breakaway. There's no way you're going to say that that's just a coincidence. When Crassy in that video I just released today, go watch that video. Or no, was that No, that next one's coming tomorrow, I believe. Let me check if that one came out today or tomorrow. One with Nick's today where he talks about the play styles and stuff. I think that one with Crassie and Jambu are tomorrow. Where he's like, guys, I can't fucking move. I can't do anything. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Watch the video tomorrow. Or you can go research it yourself. Why against these trash players is it the same fucking thing? We're playing much better players in divisions. I'm talking to all you guys who actually have skill and who are working your way up and who play these losers. And you got to wonder why these guys who are kicking the ball into their opponent and running into them, all they can ever do is the same through ball pressure when you can't move. That can't just be a coincidence. That cannot just be a coincidence. Right? Like, when I come back in after 2 months, I've played however many Rivals games, and I'm already climbing. Like, if I kept playing Rivals, in my sleep, I'm going to be right where this loser is. Right? Because I've played 0 hours. And then look at their champs then. Look at their champs even. If that was how they were playing every time, bro, look at these guys that I'm beating. So then that would put them at what? If I'm 5-5, that would put them at like 10-2 or something, let's just say. But none of them are. None of them are. So make it make sense to me. If it's skill, they could do it every game, but they can't. If it's skill, they would be higher division, but they can't. They're not in higher divisions. If they aren't causing it and they're just getting lucky, then how the fuck is it always the same type of thing? It's always, you can't move, right? They can't defend. They can't attack. They end up getting a bunch of bounce backs. They finally get the ball where you can't do anything with your defense and score. Even when you go up on them, all of a sudden, magically, the game turns on its head and you can't move. There's something there. There's no way this is a coincidence every time. And when they act like it doesn't exist, it's crazy. If this was existing for me, let's say that I was beating Nick this way or whoever would be the next level up, you could easily see the bullshit. It's not like you would sit there and go, oh, no, I'm a skilled player. You saw the stats. Look at the stats. Well, you got to start looking at those more. I've showed those every time in these games, too, and it's always lopsided. I'll lose a game 4-1, and the expected goals will be 4 goals for me, 1 goal for them, but they'll win 4-1, dude. Like, you'll see crazy shit like that. I got to start showing you guys that. There's no way this is all just coincidence, dude. There's no way. I get that I'm behind the power curve a bit with the team, but even that, dude, even in Rivals, never am I getting on breakaways and not being able to shoot and shit like that. This game is infested with rat losers. No one's going to argue that, but if these players that I'm playing aren't the rat losers, then who are? Show me the ones that are then. Everybody talks about the rats in this game. If these players that I'm playing against aren't, please point to who are then. Because everybody knows that there's tons in FC. If these players that I'm up against that are low division, low rank, but somehow find these same trash ways to win every game, magically where the game looks like shit and feels like shit, those are supposed, what do you call them then if those aren't the rat loser players that everyone talks about? Those are them, right? If everybody's talking about rat players, then these low division, low rank players that get these wins this way, they're what? Such a joke, man. Fucking nightmare. Yeah, no, between the garbage that EA's always just lost on it, but overall the game can be good. If you have two players playing, the game can be good. Like, it has parts of it that can be good, but with the player base, they literally would have to go back through and like, you know how you child-proof a house? They would have to come back through and rat-proof this game, and there's so much shit they have to change. First and foremost being whatever the fuck this connection shit is, where, dude, you literally cannot move. But I just want to know, when you play a skilled player, you'll be able to move just fine. Magically with these ratty players, so if that somehow is like a balancing or what do you call it, like a handicap, that would be insane. But that's what it feels like. Even if even just one of these guys can make it make sense, it would be awesome. Yeah, bro, and if you could somehow make it make sense, dude, I would love to hear it. I don't care. I would have you on my live if you want to type it, but all I do is add up the level I play at the level that you play at, and it makes no sense. Not to mention, it's always the same thing where there's the worst delay involved. You can't move. You can't defend. Look at all the bounce backs, kicking the ball back and forth between each other. The breakaways that can't be shot, but magically in other games, my players are shooting them. So when you see all this content about all the rat losers in this game and ruining the game, and if what we just had wasn't that, playing a way lower ranked player that with this same type of stuff, then what is? Makes no sense to me, bro. We've all played games that feel regular, that are regular, and it always is the worst in champs every single time. 5 more games, or 4. Wait, 9. 6 more games to close this shit out. It's been an absolute fucking joke. I'll never understand it. The ping's always fine. I get that clearly has nothing to do with it. But I hate how you can see the regular ping, you can't see your opponents. Like in Rocket League, they show yours and your opponents. So I was playing on 20 ping, and I noticed a lot of my opponents were on like 150 ping. I wouldn't be surprised if that had something to do with it. Look, it always just shows the one. Now, I'm not a technical guy, so there may be an explanation for that. But it's just odd to me. Oh, he hit the post. There you go. Eat that. Look at the... the hell? Hey, you didn't tell me what this Yamal glitch was, too. I just saw him. Did everyone get him, like, for free or some shit? Guess this is what this is going to turn into. This game is such a joke, bro. Trash. Look at this shit. It's just a big mess of fucking terrible connection, guys. In case you're wondering what's going on there, that's his tackle going off as a pass. Dude. Everything's just so slow. Everything's fucking fucked. Everything's so screwed. Everything. Can you guys see it when you're watching? Like, can you see the slow motion? Please send that through. Good. Yeah. And he called a penalty. Guys, are you seeing this or not? Are you seeing this game? Are you seeing this game? By the way, that's a glitch what I just did too. I can teach you that joke that they never remove. Well, they don't consider it a glitch, of course, because supposedly the goalkeeper dove over it. But this game is a joke. He dove the right way. He left because he sees that this game is a joke. Here, I'm going to go talk to him. I'm not making this stuff up. But the difference is the losers that do this and enjoy it, the losers that push this shit. I'm going to go talk to this guy I just played. These losers. Why are you still messaging me? See what I'm saying? Damn, what was that guy's name? Fuck. Guarantee he left for the same reason that many people have left this game. Period. It's just a fucking joke. You cannot move. You cannot do shit. But again, the difference is the players who abuse that shit. Like, that's what they use to succeed, to get their few extra wins. They suck so bad, it's not like they get great ranks or nothing, but they'll get more. Well, how do you take advantage of it? What do? Park the bus, right? So you don't have any type of individual defending at all, so you hope your opponent runs into you, which is a good chance that players will do when they can't dribble right, bro. Everything, you go left, there's a delay. There you go right. You've seen I'm on a pure breakaway, and I could not shoot the ball, right? You've seen what just happened there on my gold, bro. I'd take a huge touch that was supposed to happen right by midfield. Like, listen how I did that. He did a bad offsides trap. As soon as he did the bad offsides trap, I do the big touch. It doesn't register it, okay? I tried. It didn't show. I don't know why it didn't show. He probably might have deleted his account after that. It just showed this last loser that I played, this Alex Ghoul, whatever. But so look what happens. So I'm near midfield. I do a big touch. It doesn't register till near the box. It takes the big touch way too late. So it screws me there. But then it screws my opponent, right? Even though I should have easily had a tap in. But then it screws my opponent, because now it makes me take a big touch, and his keeper covers it, and somehow I get a penalty kick. Guys, that is a complete joke. The way I score that goal, by the way, is do a low chip, and you can guess it right perfectly, and it will just go through the goalie. And they try to say, oh, the goalie's diving over the ball. Even if the goalie goes low, it's a glitch. Not enough people talk about it. If you do a low chip to either corner, okay, so hold L1, and choose left or right for your penalty kick, low. Go low. Left or right, low. Not high, go low. Hold L1, chip, penalty kick, left or right, and the keeper will 98% of the time jump over it. Every once in a while, they'll get lucky and like, oh, they'll save it. But 98% of the time, like you saw what just happened there, he dove right and everything, and the ball still went in. Me knowing about that came from asking one of these losers and them telling me. How many more things like that are there? Now, again, you saw him guess right on that penalty kick. I've done it 1,000 times. I've showed you guys it's a complete glitch. It's still in the game. How many of you guys knew about that? How many more things do you think there are that you don't know about? Do you see my point? So when I'm talking about these guys, right, that's what I mean. So they'll park the bus knowing that their opponent's all delayed, knowing that they can't move, right? They'll then spam through balls, put their 75 Maradona in to run in circles because you can't tackle in time. Whatever, you see what I'm saying. But it's the same way that I knew about that PK glitch and found out, right? He dove the correct way. He dives for the ball. There's no way that keeper doesn't save that penalty kick. But it's a glitch that's been in the game since before I left. No, wait, that's been in the game since 25. I was using that last year too. You just got kicked from your club. I don't play clubs, big dog. I've dabbled in it, but I don't typically play it. I don't even know if I'm going to be playing this dog shit game anymore, brother. This game's really struggling. The good stuff gets far outweighed by the bad stuff. I'm sorry you got kicked. Why did you get kicked, though? They said you weren't good enough or what? That's bullshit. Join my channel, bro. You can be part of our team. We'll get stuff going. Oh, we get a walkout. De Bruyne. It's De Bruyne. De Bruyne and Balde. All right, let's try to lock in. Get one more in. Try to end this on a positive note, but I don't know what else to do. I guess these guys won't answer, but I figured offering money, trying to get some type of answer. And if they don't know if it's really the game, there's no way that they don't at least recognize. Like, if all my games were feeling like that, where their bounce backs were that last game, that's why I want to talk to that dude. Here, I'm going to try to get him on. If I go to my, I'm going to go on here. This is worth it. Sorry, Phila. Bro, but don't sweat them motherfuckers that kicked you off. Screw them, dude. Who cares? Just move on. Join my shit. Join my Discord and stuff, bro. I have a Discord. You can chat in there 24/7. You might be able to get some people. A lot of people don't like this game, though, bro, and you can't really blame them. Like this game, though, bro, and you can't really blame them. Now, let me try to find this. Left because he Ivan 281 490. I think he's a Russian dude. Ivan 281 490 based on his team name. I don't know how stable he's going to be. 281. His name is Give Me Cry. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I'm on live right now. I had a question for you, man. Are you still on? Ah, damn it. Well, maybe you'll accept, maybe you won't. I might as well switch this now because every game I'm playing in here, Rivals, I'll switch it back, but every game I'm playing in here, if I don't put pressure on my opponent, I cannot defend how I need to defend. It should be in my YouTube bio, buddy. Should be in my YouTube bio. Some people say it doesn't work sometimes, so try it out. It's the same invite, but I might have to send it to you separate. It's O Gamester FC is my same as my name on here. On YouTube, it's the same for my. No cuts, no cut. Just stay there. That was good. Such a joke. Such a joke. It's all slow motion, guys. I can't switch. I can't do shit. I can't switch. I can't do anything to make runs. Nothing, guys. You can't tell me this dude doesn't know it too. He's right on all my stuff. Look, he knows exactly what he's doing, bro. Look at this. You can't say he doesn't. I cannot get one pass off past midfield. You can't say... Look at this. It's tackle back losers. All these guys are the fucking same, bro. That's all I'm going to have to do the whole game. Just be real quick and send that bullshit. Hope I don't miss. I hate having to play like this, but what else am I going to do? Guys, rat fucking losers is all they are. Rat losers is all they are, bro. It's always the same. There we go. Look at this. It wouldn't even let me switch my players. Look at this. What do you call this? Congrats. You're loser number like 7 million that waste their time playing non-football in a football game. Congrats. Hope it's worth it to get your rank 5 or 7 or whatever you get, freaking loser. Trash can. All trash can players. You guys watch this and tell me it's normal. I can't mark them. I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm initiating against all you fucking losers, bro. Who goes for corners every time? Corners are known to be pointless in this, right? Look at this. He just ran right into me like the total fucking trash can that he is. I'll do it over and over and over too. What a dog shit game. After this game, I'm out, guys. Glitchy mess. Look at this. Who just wants to play fucking... Who wants to play like this, bro? Look at this. I can't do anything. You're telling me this loser isn't a glitcher, bro. Look at. You're telling me that this loser isn't causing this. Look at this. That's what the game's going to be. Just that over and over and over. That's what this game's going to be over and over and over. Look at this. That's all it is. Total fucking loser bullshit, bro. I'm not making this shit up when I talk about this game. Actually, not even a bad goal or a bad ball, but it's just trash overall. That was actually like a good football play, but off of a bad. Look how she got it, you know. All right, so he's going to try to dribble me. Hey, it didn't work that time. So he's got a head ball goal. He's got a corner head ball goal. I got to try to not fall into his mess. You know what I mean? The good thing about this game is no one can deny it. Now remember, I faced this loser earlier doing this shit, and I was up 4-2. And then it got worse and worse to where I couldn't move. Now let's see what happens here. Now I hope if you guys think I'm crazy, please tell me. If it's just like, man, bro, these guys are good, you're just not giving them their credit. Then why are they lower division? And also, but I'll accept that you're telling me, but then I'll ask you, why are they all lower division? Why wouldn't they be higher players? Man, I think they're just skilled players. You're not giving them their credit. Look what they're doing. Bro, this doesn't happen in normal games. Like, I could see if it was like, oh, they're scoring skill goals. You're not giving them credit for that corner was brilliant or that bounce. You see what I mean, bro? I don't feel like I'm being. But if I am, tell me. Like, if I'm missing, like, damn, no, these guys are skilled players. They just happen to be low division and... Oh my god. No way. Dude, I told you guys, bro. Unfucking real these